create within and outside of Second Life. In Second Life, I am known as Itico. I am visually impaired and have been moderately blind since birth. I am an advocate for the disabled and elderly in First and Second Life. I work with nonprofits. I'm on the board of directors of a local aging and disability resource center, but primarily I'm a caretaker. I am a published author, and I develop games in Second Life that allow sighted and blind residents to play together. Up here with me, I have, to my right, to your left, TheGator, a published science fiction author, Don Setzer, a wheelchair dancer, and Tarquin Evermore, who modifies Second Life avatars and is learning to make her own accessories. She also sews vintage clothing using vintage equipment, or sometimes antique equipment. She has a web page to show if you want to see pictures. I have provided the panelists with the questions ahead of time so they could write out their answers. Does everybody have that? Because I forgot to open it. So oops. All right. Right, you don't need the questions, Daisy. You just need the answers. Yeah, that's not the question, but thank you. Okay, here we go. For some reason, my notebook wasn't coming up the way it was supposed to. So I had sent everybody an order. Questions, parallels, panel. Oh, darn. Okay, well, this is going to be weird because I forgot the exact order. But we'll start.
I've got the order. Oh, it's the order that we answer.
Yes.
Lost. Yeah, I've got that here. It's okay. It's me first. Question one is me, then Tarquin, then Dom.
Yep.
I can maybe shall I read it out for each question as we get to it?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh no, actually I can copy and paste. Hang on a minute. I think.
Just let's prompt, because it helps.
How about that? That's
all
the
right.
order.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, I will speak thank you. I will ask the questions out loud and in text for your benefit. I ask that people hold all questions and comments during the panel. If we have time, we will have questions at the end. Daisy, would you please start us off by answering the first question? When did you decide to be an artist?
Okay, thanks, Itico. Here we go. I'm not sure anyone decides to become an artist exactly, but I started writing and selling short stories about 10 years ago now. You can read the latest one for free here, and I'll put in the link there to Zooscape. That's a furry magazine, by the way. Though lately I've been working on a novel. It's set underwater on Jupiter's moon, Europa, within an isolated community of disabled people. This community has no experience of an abled society, so the main character, Brad, is quite shocked when a spacecraft brings a crew of normal, in inverted commas, humans to his world. He then has to struggle to save everyone he loves when these two very different cultures of abled and disabled people clash. And that's the answer to the first question.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Daisy. Now, Tarquin?
I'm here.
Great. Good.
I've always been a creative person ever since I can remember. First I picked up drawing. Then I picked up sewing when my grandfather came home with a Singer 66 treadle. It's the same model that's above my head. Finally, a friend helped me, Finally, a friend helped match me with a good teacher that helped me understand Blender despite a learning disability. Sorry about that stumble there.
I've done worse. Go on.
I am wearing a dress I have made in Blender based on an antique from the 1920s I own in real life. And back to you, Itico.
All right. And next would be Dawn.
Hello, thank you for having me. For me, I became a dancer and artist when I was in high school. Back in 1989, when I saw an article in a Bluster magazine about a guy in a wheelchair choreographing a dance with someone able-bodied. I saw it as something I could do on the same level as anybody else. I took the article to my theater teacher, and he thought about it for about 2 weeks, and he agreed that I could take his dance class. Because of that decision, I'm still dancing professionally 33 years later. I also have a BA degree in dance from Texas Women's University. Currently, I dance and I'm on the board of directors with Beacon Dance in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm also on the board of directors of National Dance Society.
Okay. You didn't put your text out there? At least I didn't see it.
I put it out in the nearby chat.
Oh, sorry. Me being blind again.
It's okay.
Right. So thank you, Dawn. Being disabled, we sometimes need to do things a little differently than that. Differently. What changes have you made to do your art? Tarquin starts this time.
My learning disability makes it so I have to do my art a bit differently than others. Like I said before, this mostly affects sewing. I have pictures hosted on Itico's website illustrating my tools and how I use them. And here is the linky. The first picture is my sewing machine. The rest of them are my tools. I can answer questions about them if we got free time. And back to you, Itty.
Yeah, you can call me Itty. That's fine. A lot of people do. Dawn, go ahead.
One example of how I adapt things in dance, and there are many, but in dance, when I am taking a dance class, I have to take what the teacher's teaching and adapt the movement and also learn it all at the same time. So I'm really doing a lot of adapting when I'm learning the dancing in classes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, now you're Daisy. You know what? Go ahead, Daisy. We're not hearing you, Daisy.
Oh, whoops, I forgot to put
There we go.
to switch
I
my
do the same
microphone
thing.
on. Yeah. I haven't been in Second Life that much lately, that's why. Okay, right. I have dwarfism, which doesn't significantly affect my communication skills, so it doesn't make much difference to the way I write. What it does do is drastically alter what I write. When your entire life is shaped by a disability, I think it's inevitably going to affect what you write. And there you go.
Yeah, I just love that answer too. You know, because it's so true. No, I
I wish to apologize to Daisy for interrupting her. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Now, okay. I think I got out of order, but anyway, we got them, but we got everybody. Next question is, what motivates you? Dawn, your turn this time.
What motivates me? It is fun creating stories and telling things on stage. Sometimes I use the music with lyrics and play off the lyrics with the movement. Other times there are no lyrics and still telling a story or theme. And then there's other times doing movement just for movement's sake, and it's fun. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And that was question. Daisy?
I've always read a lot and loved books, so partly it's just a natural progression from reading to writing. Though maybe I'm also trying to redress the balance of ableist fiction out there just a little bit. And that's it.
Yeah. Thank you, Daisy. That would be next would be Tarquin.
I am motivated to create, simply to create. I enjoy being an imaginative person, and I love seeing what I imagine in my head come to life, in fabric and in Second Life. And back to the kitty.
Who's out of sync with everything right now, but that's all right. Last question. Do you like to collaborate? How about your answer first this time, Dawn?
Yes, it can be fun collaborating. It is fun working with other choreographers and learning new things from them. It is also fun collaborating with musicians while they are composing the music to your choreography. You can really play with things and ideas this way. If you need the music to be fast or slow, the composer can change it for you. My last dance concert I directed, I had this opportunity working with a composer like that, and it was a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Sounds awesome. So then, Tarquin again, then Daisy. Do you like to collaborate, Tarquin? Marshmallows are not an answer, Tarquin.
Are we still on that question about what motivates me, or was it
No,
for collaboration?
Collaboration.
Oh, my brain just totally brain farted. Like, imagine the flatline sound on the heart monitor. That's my brain right now. I also enjoy to collaborate with creative people with my Second Life projects, especially those who can script. I love seeing what I imagine not only come to life, image-wise, but to see the scripting friend that I have to make it come to life with movement.
Yep.
And that's it.
Daisy?
Okay, where are we? Speakeasy. Writing is a notoriously solitary business, although that tends to change once the initial drafts are done. So yes, beta readers are often still very useful, and if I sell a story, the editor might want changes. It depends. Some stories have been published with hardly a word changed. Others have had more significant edits. The changes are always a negotiation though. Ultimately, as long as the story appears under your own name, you have to have the ultimate say. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Daisy. As you can see, being disabled in no way affects people's creativity. We may need to learn how to do something differently, but our disabilities do not mean we are any less creative. Thank you all for listening. We may take questions as time permits.
We have some great comments coming in. Faye says, I found being disabled actually brought out her creative side. That was Roxy. And then Gentle says, I want to congratulate all of you and let the audience know that you each have far more creative outlets than time permitted you to share today. I'm thinking we need to expand these panels. And here's a great question for Tarquin from Attica. Tarquin, I am excited. I also use a manual machine because of my learning disabilities. How did you come up with the tuck marker idea?
Oh, through research. And, and so I know that attachments existed. So I went searching. I was like, wait, this will actually help my tuck spacing a lot.
You found one, but it's not made anymore, correct?
Yes. To find them, I highly suggest Etsy. Just search for tuck marker and just make sure your sewing machine is the low shank type. It will not be able. It will not be able to fit on a slant shank, hind shank, or a one of those new ones that the clip on ones. It doesn't fit those because they're too old. Oh, it'll fit perfect then.
Yeah, Attica says they have 2 old singers. That's great.
Yeah, very old singers. Yeah, that'll fit. It'll definitely fit them. Because I think majority of those are low shank.
And while we're still talking about sewing machines, Ree says, for a while I had a 1903 Singer treadle machine that had been electrified, but gifted it to a friend after a while. It had all the various attachments. There were so many.
Oh, yeah, I
And
assume it's probably been electrified during the 1920s because that was actually a very popular thing to do within. And you actually can convert it to hand crank if you need to by taking off the motor and that part at the neck. You can just screw on a hand crank.
and we had an earlier question and asked, how can we have collective creative time here in world, I wonder? I think that's just
Most,
for anybody.
just
Yeah.
like writing, most collaborations are, most creativity in Second Life is collaborative. When I first started building, I needed somebody who could do pictures a lot better than I, and I met my partner. Actually, we met here in SL, and she did all the pretty pictures, and I built buildings. And scripting is pretty much the same way.
Oh, started something with those attachments. Tarquin says, Rihanna, you can find them on eBay and Etsy, and they still make them.
I am impressed by the number of SL users who still use manual sewing machines.
Oh, sorry, we're talking about sewing machine belts, not the attachments, but yes. And Gentle reminds us that it is time to move on. So thank you very much, panel. This has been so informative.